Let's start with those morning phrases, essential from the moment you wake up. "I overslept," is something we've all exclaimed. Dr. Smith, can you share how often people actually face this dilemma?
According to a recent survey, about 30% of working adults admit to oversleeping at least twice a week. It's an everyday phrase that reflects a common challenge navigating time in our hectic lives.
Absolutely. But isn't it crucial to manage this effectively, to avoid constant late arrivals?
Exactly. Here's a personal anecdote. Once my alarm didn't ring and I rushed through my routine. I learned to set multiple alarms. However, some people argue that oversleeping aids recovery from sleep debt.
Interesting point. Looking ahead, how can technology assist us in optimizing morning routines?
Smart home devices can now integrate with sleep apps to track sleep patterns and provide personalized wake-up calls. This is expected to evolve further, potentially predicting sleep needs.
Moving on, let's tackle the phrases often used during commute. Ever asked, "Is this seat taken?" It's a polite staple. How does this influence our social interactions, Dr. Lang?
This phrase is a social lubricator. Open communication, particularly in crowded spaces, can reduce anxiety. In fact, polite inquiries like these contribute to a sense of communal consent.
However, isn't there a counterargument that some might prefer isolation during commutes to unwind?
Absolutely, for introverts, commuting might be their alone time. While some enjoy engaging conversations, others find solace in solitude, especially after a frantic day.
How do you see commuting phrases evolving with rising virtual interactions?
With hybrid work environments on the rise, there may be fewer face-to-face interactions, yet virtual small talks might form through digital commuting spaces, fostering global connections.
Let's dive into communication in workplaces or schools. The phrase, "Could you repeat that?" is both clarifying and polite. Dr. Marshall, what's the importance of such phrases?
Politeness in requests can maintain professionalism and assure clarity. A study found that 75% of workplace misunderstandings arise from unclear communication, where polite repetition plays a huge role.
But some argue that constant repetition might hinder productivity. What do you think?
True, excessive repetition might seem inefficient. However, it enhances comprehension, especially in complex scenarios. Balancing clarity with efficiency is key.
Future-wise, how can workplaces enhance communication skills amongst employees?
Companies are integrating AI tools and offering communication workshops. These aim to develop active listening and adaptable communication, critical for evolving professional landscapes.
Finally, let's explore evening phrases. "Let's binge-watch something" captures relaxation post-work. Dr. Collins, can you highlight its popularity in current culture?
Streaming platforms reported a 32% increase in usage, revealing how common this phrase is. It symbolizes a cultural shift towards digital leisure from traditional activities.
Some might say excessive. Binge-watching encourages isolation rather than social bonding. Would you agree?
That's a valid concern. While it fosters solo enjoyment, shared watching experiences can enhance social connection. Context and moderation are vital.
Looking forward, how do you envision social interactions evolving with these changes?
With increasing virtual hangouts, it's likely we'll see hybrid social events combining traditional get-togethers with digital interactions, expanding social reach.